Brady's been sitting over here talking on his phone for a while now, and I've just been checking out these really cool clouds. They're so wispy looking. Like somebody took a paintbrush to them. Very cool.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see.
42.
I think you said the miles are racking up on it?
Yeah.
Do you have 20 miles?
18.4.
18.4.
14.2 when we started out.
That's Dory's
so we
new
rode
bike.
down and back and, 4 miles. So we a little over 4 miles.
Well, we found the oldest tree, for what they say is the oldest tree in Arizona, or in Quartzsite at least. Let's go. Let's see. Got a nice little bench under there. I don't know if this is I don't know if that's a little bird's nest in here, or Dory, you think this might be a hummingbird nest? Or Amy, what do you think?
GPS signal
I
lost.
think it's too big. Oh, something
It's
goes
something
inside.
inside.
Well, they said
there.
hummingbird nest. Didn't they say they enter from the bottom or something like that?
I don't know. It's something though.
Ouch. I think
Oh
it's
yeah, and those are pokey. Don't go up.
stuck. I don't see a hole.
I know.
There's a sign
I know.
here.
Yeah, so I did a little research on this tree here. I will leave a link in the description below the video if you want to come and visit the tree. It's ironwood. Dory found the sign. It says great tree, ironwood. So at the time that it was tested, it was that many years old.
1010.
That's a lot.
And that was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That was, what, 15,
And that was in
2009?
What does that say?
I
It's
don't-
very hard to read this plaque actually because of the way that it's written.
Yeah, the font is really weird.
Yeah, the font is odd.
He was dated in 2009.
Yeah,
Reads
very well taken
Yeah.
care of.
I couldn't.
Yeah, let me stand in the sun and then you can read it.
Well, hello, old
Now you can read
Oh,
it.
that's easier.
growth.
Isn't that interesting?
Now look at that. Let me see if I can.
Got some new babies in there. Oh, I'm sorry, Dory.
I don't do that.
Yeah, just the ingrowth makes weird shadows and stuff. So,
Oh, somebody left it. Somebody left something for the tree.
DBH?
Little bone up there.
No, that's not a D. What is that?
Oh,
Both rings are counted for the 60 rings per inch.
multiplied by the
38
radius of the
feet.
tree.
whatever DBH, 38 feet. Is
Using the
that what
cut
that is?
line, 2009 is the cut line. I don't know what that says.
It looks like DBH, but
It does. 38 feet, whatever
yeah,
that is.
you guys. Scotty, what does DBH mean?
Maybe it's
DBH mean? Do you know?
maybe it's the height.
Yeah, 38 feet. DBH 38 feet.
Yeah, that's got to be height.
This 38 inches is, I'm sure it's more than
No,
that
not
around.
inches.
Feet.
38 feet. It's
Oh.
height, I think.
DBH
Yeah, I'm
38.
sure it's that high. Yeah, I'm sure it went that high at one time.
No, I'm asking you what. I was
don't know
asking
what
what
it means,
DBH means.
Date of birth.
Duh!
Date
Yeah,
of birth.
birth.
Height. I don't know.
What is that, Dory? Date of birth height?
Date of birth height.
Well, it's
I'm glad
Okay.
I wasn't that long when I was that long when they were born.
Funny. All right. What did it mean? It said determined
I
breast
gotta
height.
think it's
right?
probably the widest.
Is that what it said?
The widest.
Determined breast height. So like at the widest part?
That's
or
what I would guess.
of the center of the tree?
Yeah.
So from the center, maybe they measured to the highest point? I don't know.
Well, it's diameter.
Oh,
so it's
diameter,
this
so
way, right?
this
Isn't
way
that what it
around.
says? Yeah.
Diameter.
Yeah. Right there. Right there.
It's a family channel.
Edit that out.
Wow.
30 feet across,
Yeah.
the widest point.
So from, right?
At that
so from,
height. Because obviously if you went around this thing, it's probably 150, 200 feet at least.
Right. So just
Yeah.
at the widest
Yeah.
point.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
here, let's,
Wouldn't want to run into that.
let me go out here and I'll show you guys how big it is from this side, because when I was walking up, I think there was a lot of sun.
Well, I don't know if you want to blend mine in, but I'll look and see if we can go out this way.
All right, so that's how big it is. Might not seem too big to you guys, and I'm sure you've seen bigger trees, but it's old and it's pretty, and you don't see them this well kept in when you're out here in the desert. So it's very nice. And you can go online and look it up. I just put in oldest tree in Quartzsite and takes you right to the area. So
I guess we can just ride down here and ride across.
oh yeah, we could get our bikes and maybe we'll ask Scotty. I think we can, because obviously we can park and then come out that way. Okay, this is a wash.
I want to ride through another wash.
I'm gonna walk my bike.
I got it through okay. I just,
Yeah,
it didn't want to pull me up out of there by itself. I
Yeah.
had to put my feet down.
Absolutely. I'm just using, the gloves that I use to dump my poo-poo tanks.
No, you do not. Scott Allen, you're so full of it. God, you're so full of yourself. All right.
Okay, which way we going?
That was fun to see the old tree. I've had that on the list to show you guys for a while now since we've been here.
That might be a little more path-driven.
What do we want to do? Walk it across?
Well, we haven't been that way.
Okay, let's go that way, because we probably should. The sun's going to go down here in a minute.
Yeah.
Don't let it take off on you, Dory. Don't let it take. Mine's still in gear, so.
I need to probably take mine out.
Oh, hey, I gotta put my helmet on. I'm pretty gutsy, but these are a little bit bigger rocks than I care to deal with. Because going down the hill isn't the frickin' problem. It's going into the wash and hitting one of those big rocks. All right. Yeah, like that. Getting past those rocks there. Careful. I about ran right over. I almost got myself tangled up too.
I don't know if you want to just, these rocks are kind of close, or you could go right up there along the fence and you don't have, you just have the fence. Which way we go?
I'm just going to go down the trail.
Those rocks when you turn.
All right, so they have a nice little walking path back there, and you will start, if you want to come and park in the community center parking lot in the back. Oh, I gotta get up. They've got a nice, they've got some benches back here that you can sit at. And we are right across from the park here where we went and watched the bands at the beginning of the month. You'll see the U.S. Air Force plane. All right, I think we need to get back because Dory doesn't have a jacket, even though I've offered her to be able to wear mine if she wants to, but it does get cold, so I need something too. So I think we should head back. It's gonna get cold.
All right.
And dark.
Okay, well, let's go this way then, down. Let's go. Or we can go down that way then, I guess.
That was such a good bike ride, but it is definitely time to get dinner going here. It's about that time. I've got some stuff cooking in here. I'm gonna make a soup. Believe it or not, we've got some cool weather coming in tonight and some rain here in Arizona. I've got some veggies that I want to cook up so I can go get some fresh ones. I've just got some onion and celery in here. I've got probably like, I don't know, 3 stalks of celery and then a half of a sweet onion. Brown that up a little bit, soften it, sweat it out. I've got some potatoes. I probably wouldn't put potatoes in this soup. I don't even know what kind of soup I'm making, honestly. I just kind of throw a bunch of stuff in, but my idea of what I wanted didn't include potatoes, but Scotty wanted potatoes in it, so I said, okay. So I did 2 potatoes. I got some red pepper, got a little bit of broccoli that I've had left over, and not enough to, really make a meal with, so it'll go good in a soup. I've got 3 carrots. Pumpkin and I have been munching on these. And a half a box of Orzo put in there. I've got everything from oregano to garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, a no salt seasoning. Anything that was in my cupboard, I just threw it in there. Not everything in my cupboard spice cabinet, but quite a lot. And then I've got a lemon here that I've been using. I like to just put it in my bowl and then just set it off the side so I can use it all the time. And then I have some spinach that's going to go in at the very last minute. It's just got a little of everything in there. I just want to brown these veggies up a little bit just to bring out some more flavor. So I'm just going to use seasonings to make the best broth that I can without having like a vegetable broth or a chicken or, chicken broth. I've got my carrots, a couple of zucchinis dumped in there. Got my carrots and my red bell peppers. I'm just going to get those kind of browned up a little bit. And I should say I have about a tablespoon of butter that was melted in here when I put the onions and celery in there. I've got my potatoes, my broccoli, and my zucchini in there. All that nice brownness under the veggies is going to be lifted when I put the water in there. Put all these in here. You could put meat in this too if you wanted to. I did a lot of meat this last couple months, and I'm going to try to get back to just doing the veggies. I'm going to do a little meat, but I'm not going to do a lot. I've got some water back here, just warming up. It's not hot yet, but it's not freezing cold either. I'm going to pour that Orzo in here, so it's going to soak up some of that water. I gotta test the waters here. It's a little mild. I'm gonna put a little Worcestershire in there. My liquid aminos. You could do salt if you wanted to. And then there's one other thing I'm gonna do.
This is like the perfect day. It smells so good in here. It's kind of chilly and windy outside, and my house is all nice and warm from you cooking.
I know every time you walk in, you want to open that
I
for me.
will.
I'm going to put a little bit of smoke in.
It smells so nice and cozy, and I love it.
All right, I got to pay attention here because I'm filming and doing that. You don't want much. That's it. That's all I'm putting in. If you like more smoke than that, go for it. I, however, don't. I like it, but there's a point of no return with smoke to where it will just destroy your dish. But I like to put that in there because it reminds me of having like a ham flavor, ham hock flavor. Which I know. The minute I said ham hocks, I was like, oh, that used to be Scotty's favorite.
We might have to turn around our eating.
Yeah, it's got a little watery taste to it still. I'm gonna do something here. You want cabbage now in there?
No.
Scotty wants to put the whole kitchen fridge in there. I don't care.
No, I think
You
we're
grab
good.
the cabbage and I'll put it in there.
No, we'll save the cabbage.
I said it was dump soup, kinda.
Yeah, no, I think potatoes are going to be perfect.
I don't care. Cabbage would be fine in here.
I was just asking.
Yeah, let's put some cabbage in if you want.
No.
It's yummy. I'm going to put one more thing in there. You may or may not have this. I just like it for a little flavor. But just, if you've got vegetable broth or if you have chicken broth, just use that. And a bunch of, put whatever seasonings you want in there. I'm just flavoring water.
No, I want them to have a good time.
Okay, I did the whole thing. I wasn't sure I was going to do that or not. But I can always add a little bit more water. Or it's going to thicken it up too. So that's kind of nice. So no recipe or anything, you guys. I just took everything I had that was kind of left over in the fridge for veggies. And then I just did a bunch of seasonings. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I did cut some lemon off and I did squeeze some lemon in there. All right, the pasta cooks for about 10 minutes. Can't see it in here yet, but it's in there. I love Orzo. It's super yummy. I put some red pepper chili flakes in here, and it's a little spicy, but it made me think about if you had some spicy sausage, that would be really good in this. So you could just do just about anything. So this is just about done. I'm going to go ahead and dump in my spinach. I'm going to save some because I do use that, and it's got quite a long time before it would go bad. So my soup is really thick. I've had to add a little bit of water during the cooking process because of the pasta, but the flavors were so deep and rich that it didn't bother it one bit. Anyways, the reason I showed you guys this is that, I know a lot of people are struggling out there to try to figure out dinners and, something cheap. This is pretty cheap. I just took vegetables that I had in the fridge, took water, like you guys saw, and just a bunch of seasonings and other things that I had. Just experiment, Don't experiment to the point where you ruin your meals and waste food, but, add a little taste, then add more if you need to. I am going to add a little bit more lemon to this, and then it's done. It's so good, you guys. Well, the rains are here.
And luckily, Jen showed up right
Just
before
in
it really
time.
got bad. And she's like, it's on its way.
Yeah.
So
Jen just came from Havasoon back to Quartzsite here, and so she said, it's coming, it's coming. Hopefully we don't have a bunch of flooding again this time. I don't know how much it's supposed to rain. I did not look at that, but we could possibly have flooding. So we have to keep an eye out on that. But we got good soup going on.
Oh,
Perfect for a cool day. I would have liked to add a little bit more broth in it, so I probably shouldn't have put so much orzo in it, but it's still good.
perfectly. No. I'm kidding. There's nothing better than soup.
I
on a
know.
cold
I love
night
it.
like this. Yeah.
I just love it because when you're cooking it, it's like it heats the whole trailer up, and then it's good to eat. So.
And my house smells.
Yep.
All the way through my whole house smells so nice.
All right, guys. We're going to call this end of a video.
A wrap?
A wrap.
It's a wrap. Okay. Well, hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a chance, please hit the like button and subscribe. And leave me a comment. Until next time. What is
And go watch some other videos. We love y'all.
Bye.